So today I'm going to show you how to not only create your own Kahoots, but show you exactly what your students can do as well to create their own Kahoots. Then I'm also going to walk you through how this works in the classroom setting. So if you go to getkahoot.com, this is the screen you'll come to. If you scroll down a little bit, it does give you some basic explanations of first you create, then you play. But I'm going to take you through step by step of what I normally do. I will tell you right off the bat, this is one of the top engaging activities that I do in my classroom. My kids beg to play Kahoot. So, this is the login screen. I have my information set. Accounts are free, which is even better. Once you log in, it gives you some options. Usually we do quiz questions, but the really neat thing about building a Kahoot is you can actually use it for formative assessment. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You can create your own Kahoot. You have a record of all the Kahoots you've done, or you can search publicly. Right now I'm just going to go to the Kahoots that I have saved under my account. As you can see, I did some Halloween trivia, narrative writing review, the Odyssey. It goes any which way you would like. The options that are on this screen, you can just select to play right away. You can set it as one of your favorites so you can find it quickly, or you can actually share it. So if you're in a co-planning situation, one of you can create the Kahoot and then share the link, and anyone can play your Kahoot. The great options here is you can edit at any time. You can duplicate, so maybe you have one class that you need to change a few of the questions for. You can click right there and make that happen, and also you can delete it. Those are the basic structures on the surface level. You also have my favorites, like I said, that can be quick finds, and shared with me right here. One of my co-workers actually shared the Kahoot with me. If you go to public Kahoots, here's a list of what's popular right now, but you can type in any topic and it really finds just about anything. But I keep talking about a Kahoot. What's a Kahoot? Well, let me show you. You can see that there are a variety of different topics that you can use, but they all have a similar layout. So if I click into this, you can see here, this is a cat themed one for compound complex sentences. You can choose to add images, but you do not have to. If you're ever reviewing a Kahoot that someone else has done and you're not sure what exactly the questions are, you can always click into it and hit show answer. So that way you know what content you're working with. Let me go back and let me go to edit so you can see the process. You can click and choose a different file. You actually can click on video and you can have a YouTube video play at the start of your Kahoot. And you can add a bunch of answers as long as you type something in, or you can delete them and you just simply select to have the correct answer show up. You can have more than one correct answer as well. Now you'll see the toolbar below. If you click here, you can skip ahead to different questions. The question area is above here. You can actually, they added this new feature where there actually is a bar where you can bold, you can italicize, and for the math teachers out there, you actually can use symbols. Now, something that's really important is this time limit here. When you actually have students playing the game, you can put it on automation mode, and if you do that, this is really important. You don't want a really simple question to sit at 60 seconds or sometimes even 30, because you know how some students are. They like to drag out the class period. So there's always one or two students who take longer than they need to answer, and it drags out the game. So just keep aware of that. And also it adds more suspense if the kids have that pressure on them that the question's going to end. It adds more excitement. So say that I really like this question, but I want to change one thing. You can actually click duplicate, or you can just simply add another question. So let's go with I'm happy with this. I'm going to hit save and continue. Now I'm previewing all of my questions. Looks good to go, but maybe I don't like my title. I'm going to actually the word and as improper English. I'm going to change that. I just changed my title. At the bottom, you hit save and continue. This is where I usually don't touch any of these features for the most part. They're usually intermediate. Sometimes I do put tags in there to help other people search for it. And I always leave this public. Then you can hit save and continue. This is what appears at the beginning while the students are logging in. You can choose to have a photo here or not. I have also played with putting a video there, and that's a lot of fun. So now that we've gone through this, let's hit play. Now this will be from the teacher's standpoint. There are some key setup features that we need to pay attention to. First of all, yes, you definitely want the game pin displayed throughout because sometimes students will get booted out of the game and they can't get back in without the pin. I usually don't randomize anything. I definitely use waiting music because that's what makes it fun. This is where I was mentioning earlier. You can have it automatically move through the questions so someone doesn't have to sit there and click. Sometimes I'll do that. Or if I'm using it as a review or a teaching tool specifically, I will click myself so I can stop if they get a question wrong and we can talk about it. Those are the basic settings. Once you're done, you can hit launch. And the great thing is, even if you do not have personal learning devices in your classroom, you can still have students participate if they have class laptops, computers, even if you're allowed to, personal cell phones or tablets. And now this is the class code that students would enter once they join your class. As you can see, I just joined as sample. I'm the only one playing the game. And then we go ahead and hit start. There's the image that I selected at the beginning of the game to show up. It gives you the question, and then I'll have 30 seconds to answer. And then it's automatically done when all the players have answered, and it tells you the number of people who got something correct. And it gives you a leaderboard. So this is the basic process. Once a quiz is ended, it gives you the winner, and then if you click on feedback, people can give you feedback and it gives you final results. Usually I give away prizes. But another great way you can use this is for actual feedback, and you can use it as formative assessment with your students. I've actually taken you back to my Kahoot page here, and I want to show you one Kahoot that I have that starts with a video, which is a really neat feature. This is a really neat feature because it can really captivate your students. So you can choose to have it show up at the beginning of your presentation. So this is great for a whole group, but it's also a great way for students to create a Kahoot themselves because the questions involved could be definite higher level thinking questions. Why not have the students create the review for fellow students and then have them play in small group? This is a simple way to get them engaged and get them thinking differently about reviewing and practicing in class. Kahoot is a top-notch tool that every teacher really should use in their classroom. Students love it, teachers love it. It is so much fun.